Hello, my lovely ladies. It's Janie here. Good afternoon. I hope you're all having a great day. Well, this afternoon I have got a package from the mail. I am very excited. It's a used book. And yeah, so I've been waiting for a couple weeks for this book. As a rule of thumb, I prefer to thrift my books from thrift stores or used book sales, but occasionally I will buy a book online if it's really something that I find I cannot get locally. And in this case, the book was definitely under $20. And that's Canadian dollars, including shipping. So as a rule of thumb, I like to make sure that the books that I get online are at a reasonable price. And for me, that is under $20 Canadian, including shipping and any duties that may come with it. So rather than opening it up on my own, I thought I would just open it up here and do a review as well as we go along. Maybe a quick flip through and review. So here we go. Let me make sure I don't cut the book. Gotta be careful. Okay, I have a confession to make. I actually got 2 books online recently. So I don't know which one this one is. Yes. This is the first book I ordered from probably 4 weeks now. It is Eastern North America's Wildflowers. So Eastern North America's Wildflowers by Louis Lin. It is a full color guide of 373 life-size paintings. And when I look at books, I do have flower and garden books that are both photographic images, but I definitely prefer the images that are illustrated. And it looks like this, if I remember correctly, this should have mainly illustrations rather than photographs. So I'm very excited to receive it. It is not a large book. It is about, 15 centimeters by 22 centimeters. This is my hand, and so you can see the size of the book. It's not very large, but a really good size. It's actually a good journal size book. Love the purples and blues. Love the purples and blues and red and yellow. What a great contrast. Right. And also the back is wonderful. It's a soft cover book. So why don't we go ahead and open it up? So it looks like this was from someone from 1982. Originally $9 US, $9.95 US. And this edition is from 1978. So wonderful. The pages are cream. So that's wonderful. I can even use these pages in my journal. Just the writing and the nice cream pages. It's not white, so it's fantastic. It has a nice matte finish as well, which would work well in a junk journal. All right, so let's just take a look. There are a total of there's these drawn images in the back, but it looks like I'm just trying to see how many pages. So roughly about 264 pages with additional illustrations over and above the 264 pages in the back. But I don't want to look too much in the back. Let's flip through it from the front. Wonderful, wonderful matte pages. I'm so excited. Okay, let's take a look. So the first number of pages are a description of all the wildflowers. All text. Actually, more than okay, looks like it's a big chunk. They separated out the text. So the first chunk here is the text descriptions of all the wildflowers. Jerusalem artichoke, crimson eye, rose mallow, sneezeweed. That is a cool name. Tall coneflower. I love these names. Tall sunflower, rosenweed. Wonderful. So a lot of it are these descriptions, and because it's matte and the pages are creamy, I can definitely use these pages in a junk journal. So now it looks like there's then this section of the illustrations in the middle, and then there's more not handwriting, print text towards the back with some of these drawings in the back without any color. So let's go to the main event, which are the colored illustrations. Let's take a look. Yes, so the pages, unlike the text pages, are semi-gloss, very light gloss. So it would still work wonderfully well in a junk journal, in my opinion. It's not that shiny. Wow, and it's all illustrations. This whole chunk is illustrations. And let me just flip through a few pages here. I love the light lilac color against the green and the pink. Wow, this reminds me of just this kind of color palette, roughly. Like this. Oh, you know, it's so drawn in such a simple way that apart from just using this in my junk journal, it's almost like I want to even draw this image using my Tombows and my Coric multiliner. I even want to draw some of these images because I love this color palette. So let's take a look at more of these images. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful images. I'm going to flip through this. Ooh, look at that. Again, the same color palette, right? And I'm not an amazing illustrator, but it is in such a simple shape that I think I would like to mimic that in one of my journals. Again, I love this color palette, that shade. Oh my gosh, is that close enough, or is it more kind of like a mix of this color here? Wow, fantastic. So when I first got this book, and I'm going to flip through as I talk, I was really thinking about using these images in my junk journal as a full page. Either this way, I can stitch it this way and use it this way, or even as a half page and fold it out this way. But I can also use it for fussy cutting, and it would be an easy fussy cut. They make the images large enough that they're easy to fussy cut. Wow, a lot of this color palette, really. My favorite colors is this, and plus a splash of yellow. Wow, wow. So as I was saying, my intention in buying this journal is to fussy cut it, put it in a junk journal, use it the full pages, make tags with it, because for example, this would make a good tag, or put it in front of an envelope. But as I'm looking at these images, my gosh, it's almost like an easy illustrated guide on how to even draw these images. I'm almost motivated. Look at this color palette again. It's this color palette that's popping out with my favorite shades. This is amazing. So now there's another purpose to this, and it's almost like I can use it as a template for drawing these images on my own. Wow, look at this. Blue indigo. I love that. It's a darker purple, maybe this purple, or kind of a blend of these two purples. Wow, so fantastic. This is definitely this shade. What is this, a bellflower? How appropriate. That name is so appropriate. Rose, of course. Who doesn't love a rose? A good rose. This is this color palette. Wow. Fantastic. This is a gorgeous one. It's a hairy rubelia. And of course the wonderful white flowers. I'm really loving this color palette here. Ooh, beautiful shade of blue. Very close. So this book I think this was actually 15 Canadian, including shipping. has multi-use for me. And let me just outline that again. I'm working on this journal, for example, it's A4 size. And I can use it as a full page, and I can just stitch the pages together, use it this way. I can also fold it this halfway, where you could look at the pages kind of horizontally, or a landscape. And in certain images, you could use it as an envelope, make an envelope out of it. This is a good envelope size. And then in certain, what beautiful images. You can even do this as a cover of a journal if you put it, on top of cardstock or a cereal box or whatnot. This can be a cover. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So you could also use this, as I was saying earlier, and let me just find the right size, as tags, bigger tags, and many different size tags and many orientations. You can do it landscape, portrait, a smaller tag here. You can use this over cardstock as a belly band. And the surprise for me, and the biggest joy as I'm thinking about how I'm going to be using this, is, like I said earlier, I'm surprised I didn't think about it when I bought the book, is that I can use it as a template to draw my own flowers using these wonderful color palettes. These are my Tombow pens, and my multi-liner. Wow, I'm motivated to draw. I mean, even this image. Again, I'm not an illustrator by any means, but wow, I could mimic, this image quite easily using these tools that I already have on hand. What a wonderful surprise. Definitely worth it. Like, look at all these images. It goes on and on. I'm so excited to have so many uses for this book. There we go, it ends here. So the illustrated images in color, so it goes from 230, from, page 88 to 230. So over 100 pages, about 150 pages of just pure, gorgeous illustrations. And like I said, maybe I should, before cutting this up, really use this first for a while as a reference book and attempt to draw these beautiful images. Now let's go further down. So it still has the text again describing each flower. And then towards the end, the last few pages are hand-drawn, uncolored illustrations, parts of a flower. Again, this is a wonderful template for me to draw flowers and leaves. I see all these illustrators online, and they just can draw a flower, a leaf, so beautifully instantly. And I always, have to get lost in the video and say, I need to rewind or pause. How did you do that? Or how did that person do that? And now I actually have just a very simple template here on how to start drawing a flower and the different shapes of leaves that I can apply and draw. Wow. Overall, 5 out of 5 for this book. Given different criteria, the price is right. The size of the book can be used as I make my own journal. And many multiple elements, I can use it in many multiple ways, such as envelopes, tags, pockets, but also over and above all that, I'm so excited to use this as a template to help me draw my own illustrations. So Eastern North America's Wildflowers by Louise C. Lynn, copyright about 1978, I think, if I remember correctly. I would give this 5 stars out of 5. So that's my review for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.